Welcome, everyone, to Conway, South Carolina, the site for this matchup in the West-East Newcomer All-American game. As we saw earlier tonight in the North-South Newcomer All-American game, a lot of talent on display and showcased, and ultimately the South came away with a win. As we turn to the West-East, another exciting matchup with some interesting storylines interwoven into this game. As we welcome you all here, I'm David Roy, in the booth with me tonight, my broadcast partner and the commissioner of the Cfsl, Mike Peters. And Mike, a big storyline, players not playing where we will see them in the regular season.
Yeah, there are a number of quarterbacks that are playing all over the place. We got them at quarterback, we got them at wide receiver, tight end, but it's going to be fun to watch it.
Here with a quick pass to get things rolling, Amanda Bovair able to get going early on here and pick up a first down for the East. Scott Pinesaw, you see there, one of those quarterbacks playing out of position.
Yeah, Pinesaw is going to be lining up at wide receiver. The Eastern Michigan commit doesn't have enough room out here at quarterback, so they're going to put him at wide receiver, see what his size and athleticism can do out there.
Deshaun Odie got the start here tonight in the favor of the East, and he will go to the Clemson commit in Bo Hunter. Hunter will pick up 3 on his first carry of the night.
It's going to be interesting to see how these offenses and these defenses work, kind of playing short-staffed a little bit, and some guys out of position.
Pistol set here for Odie. Odie the give to Hunter. Hunter trying to get outside to the right, going to slip a tackle, throws out a stiff arm against a second defender, and then picks up 4 yards in the process. 3rd and 3 upcoming for the East.
Well, we saw Salmons in the first game come out really well and really hot, had over 100-yard game. Bo Hunter starting a little more slow in this one, trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Odie to throw on 3rd down and 3. And down on the right side, there you see DeAnthony Jones picking up 20 yards. The future Wisconsin quarterback making a name a little bit here at receiver.
Well, in Wisconsin, going all the way down to Florida to find this kid, and they got him to come in to play quarterback. Obviously, here he's going to be playing wide receiver for the East, but you see his athleticism and his ability to go both ways. Maybe we'll see him out at wide receiver a little bit at Wisconsin. Who knows?
2 backs in the backfield here for Odie. The 2 backs being Andrew Grigsley and Bo Hunter. As Odie's pass short and to the left, it'll fall incomplete. Looked like he was looking in the direction of Amanda Bovair.
Well, this passing game's been a little back and forth. We saw that in the first game. Of course, there's not 14-mile-an-hour winds in this game, so maybe the passing game will be able to get going a little bit more than we saw in the first game.
Give here to the outside. It's Hunter. Hunter will lose 2 as it'll bring up 3rd and 12. Hakili Arroyo able to get over there and make the stop.
Well, Bo Hunter's not able to get going so far in this one. The run game not working for the East so far. The West doing a great job of playing contain and keeping him from being able to break anything.
Long 3rd down. Here's Odie out of the gun. 4 wide, a 2-by-2 set. Odie to throw on a 3-man rush. Well short of the sticks, but he'll find a fellow quarterback in Scott Pinesaw for 5 yards. 4th and 7.
Well, we're going to see a field goal to start things off as the East kind of stalls out down there, and we'll see if they can convert the first 3 of the game.
And the kick is good. So with 6:06 to play here in the first, the East on the board first. And as we get ready for the West to take the field, we want to give a shout out to everybody in the live chat. K-Town Chaos, Josh Klein, EJ Ruiz, Rev 2709, The Real Ray Ray, Platypus Choke, Dame Jones, The Rapid Raccoon, Hubba Breezy, Money Mills, BC Prodigy, J11 Knight, Big Tink's iPhone, not to be confused with Big Tink Tink himself. Big Murph, Laird Olive, Extreme 1125, Trigar, Trill 23, 177, King Harris, who we saw on the podcast, Malik, last night as a West. Taking the field here for the first time tonight, and Phil Comet able to find Deuce Williams out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, the future Fighting Irish tailback, not starting his CFSL career the way he would have hoped.
So we have a different matchup of colors in this one. We saw the black and neon green of the North in the first game, which you hated.
Yes.
And then we saw the white, red, and black of the South. Now we've got a couple of darker uniforms. The yellow definitely stands out, but it's a night game too, so it provides a different feel.
And on some teal field here, which I have to say is Williams picks up 6 yards. This is much better than Boise's Smurf turf.
Yeah,
I like this much better.
I remember the first time we were here, you told me that you liked it better.
I love it better
than Boise, and you know, you didn't think you were going to like it. You're not a fan of color turf.
I wasn't.
But it looks nice.
It does.
And I think our field crew's done a really good job with it, too.
Here's a shot to the left, and that pass is broken up. Greg Davis, a future USC Trojan, able to get over there and knock it down. That'll force 4th and 6, and the West will punt. Speaking of color turf, you're not 100% a fan of Eastern Michigan's color turf.
No.
And their gray turf that they have going for
I
them.
am not looking forward to Eastern Michigan games this season.
On the return here, it's Jason Lemmy. Lemmy will pick up 11 on that return. 5:10 to go here in the first as the East takes over.
Speaking of which, D. Jones just realized that the turf was teal.
Yeah.
Might make you question his defensive reading abilities.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Playing quarterback at Wisconsin.
Yeah. Here's a give here to Hunter. Hunter outside to the right. He'll pick up 5. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Maybe that's an ode to us. We've done such a good job blending it all together. He didn't even notice.
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of hard to miss, though.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's got a really bad screen.
You know, it's as hard to miss that the field is teal as it is to miss that big old Cfsl logo smack dab in the middle of it.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
It is. I love it.
I don't know what all we're going to see on the fields this season. Outside of the All-Star games, I probably doubt we'll see the Cfsl logo in the middle of the field.
We might
game.
see it in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. But get your fill of it now in the offseason because it's going to be a rare sighting.
Pitch from Odie. Hunter in a foot race to the first down marker. Gets just enough. Really good effort as he beats James Hubbard to the line to gain.
Do you ever catch yourself watching these players in these teal pants running around and think for just a second they have no legs?
No. The white stripe on the side that says CFSL
It's not a stripe. It's just
well, it's kind of like a stripe. It's striped down the pants. I'll put it that way. Gain of 2 for Hunter.
In chat, 1 if it's a stripe, 2 if David's lost his mind.
Oh, okay. Dane Jones with a 100-bit cheer. Appreciate it.
He's trying to make up for not realizing teal is.
I guess. That's a good way to make up for it. Play fake. Odie rolling right. Here's Odie's pass and nearly picked off by Ryan Smith. Boise State commit at quarterback.
And Boise going down to Oklahoma, finding him in Idabel, Oklahoma, to play quarterback for him. And then they got him out here playing corner in this game.
Tanner Griffin threw up a 3, and I think he should be fired.
Well, pretty much everybody's picking 2, so you're clearly wrong.
I guess. It seems to be that way. Pass incomplete from Odie downfield. That'll force the East to have to punt it right back to the West. And that means we'll get another look at Phil Comet and the West and their bevy of talent offensively.
So I want to ask you, and everybody can give their opinion in chat. The first game we had colored end zones with colored text. Here we have the field end zones with just text. Which one do you like better?
I will be honest, and maybe this is a little bit more of the traditionalist to me. I have to be honest, I like just the text in the plain end zone a little bit
I thought
better.
the colored end zone was more traditional.
Is it really?
I kind of like just the text too.
I like the text a little bit more, just because I feel like a lot of teams are going to that solid colored end zone with the text in it, that just having the text in the end zone, it's different. It seems different. Of course, I guess the pros, they do that. They don't have the solid colored end zones as much. As a sack, Phil Comet had nowhere to go because flying through was Jair Leonard.
Phil Comet made sure to post in chat how to pronounce his name, as if we would have asked for pronunciation on the LOI and not paid attention to it.
He posted that in chat? I didn't see where he posted it.
Right early in the game when the East still had the ball.
No.
I thought that was funny.
There was an LOI and there was a section that said phonetic.
we did go back and forth on that. I was like, I was not expecting that pronunciation.
No. He had Comet on there. Now, he also had commit on there, so he didn't seem very committed to which pronunciation. So I've been rolling with Comet. It rolls better, I think.
Wait, commit?
Yeah, he had commit, and he also had Comet in the phonetic section. So I've been rolling with Comet. I think
we're going with Comet.
Yeah, the ship has sailed. Odie, his pass caught as DeAnthony Jones Picks up 19
so
yards.
So maybe he was trying to say commit.
Maybe.
That doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't look right.
Commit now.
I mean, when you look at the spelling, commit does not look right. It has to be commit.
It's got to be commit. Well, it's commit now.
It is. He's stuck with it. He doesn't get a say in the matter. The ship has sailed.
We are the great pronunciers. Is that a name? Did I just make that up?
Pronunciers?
Yeah, I like it.
Works.
Yeah.
Odie with a give here to Andrew Grigsley, and Grigsley able to rumble ahead and pick up 13 yards.
There's no S in his name.
Oh, there's not an S in his name.
Well, see, it's still the offseason. We're learning a lot of new players.
It's Grigley.
Grigley, yes.
The reason I got thrown off, I figured out there's a Grigsby in the CFSL as well. He's a wide receiver. So we've got a Grigley and a Grigsby, and so I got the two mixed up.
Well, Deshaun Odie is going to see extra syllables in his name after that hit there. Lawrence Sands coming up and putting the pop to him.
But he does pick up 5. Now, Odie, so far, that's his first carry of the night, and so we'll see whether or not the athletic ability that he has is going to be a major part of his game, if he's going to try and stand in the pocket a little bit more. Here's Odie again on second down. Short throw for Bo Hunter, and Hunter does not seem to have a set of hands on him. Clemson ADs, are you concerned?
Well, Bo Hunter's off to a little bit of a struggle.
He is.
But there's still a lot of game left.
Oh, sure. 3rd and 5. They'll go with a draw here for Hunter, and Hunter dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3. So 4th and 8 upcoming.
I'll be honest, I don't know if the East play calling's been the most desirable for Bo Hunter.
It's true. It's very true.
I wonder when he goes hunting, I wonder what kind of utensil he uses. Do you think it's a rifle?
You know,
like a 30-06?
I mean, the way he's built, when you look at him out there, Bo Hunter strikes me as somebody, he just wears camo, and he just catches a deer by the antlers and takes them down with his bare hands.
I thought that was Bo Diddle.
It could be. Maybe that's where he learned it from. Maybe that's why Clemson wanted him.
Maybe. Maybe we'll have to get some inside with Bo Diddle and Bo Hunter out wrestling antlers in the offseason.
Coming your way to the CFSL and to PX1 Sports, a Friday special of hunting.
Who posted that?
I don't know. I just said it. I just made it up. 1st and 10 out of the pistol. And a high throw. Phil Comet put it a little too high for his intended receiver. Had to go up and try to get it.
Was that Kai Coco?
I believe that was a Coco.
He's going to get cut in half, and he's not even
Well, if it wasn't Coco, it could have been Chayel Covington. They are wearing similar numbers. One's wearing 1, the other's wearing 7, as Deuce Williams says, here's 11 and a first down.
He's not wearing a duplicate number.
No.
Or a similar number.
No, no similar.
Although Kai Dimes is wearing number 22. He is a quarterback by trade, but he's playing tight end tonight.
He's playing tight end. He's a big quarterback, 6'5", 245 pounds. And a quick throw. Comet pumped left, didn't know where he wanted to go with it, and so he throws it away.
Well, it's better than throwing an interception. So you take your time. You got 4 downs. There's a reason for that. Don't throw an interception on first down if you don't have to.
2nd and 10. Here's Comet out of the gun. Comet looking to throw. And a little too far out in front of his intended receiver. That'll make this 3rd and 10 here to go for the West.
I'm a little concerned that Comet's been quiet in chat. Did we run him off?
No.
Hey, he's the one that made it confusing. But I think it's Comet.
I think it's got to be Comet.
I think he wasn't sure how we would read Comet.
I think he will. Maybe he wasn't sure how he wanted it pronounced. Maybe he's hoping we would try it both ways. And
that's not a good idea.
No, we've committed to one of them.
Yes. The one that makes the most phonetic sense.
The one that's also more fun to say.
Yeah.
We can
fill the Comet.
Yeah.
Fill the Comet.
Yeah. We can have a lot more fun. We can have a lot more play upon words with Comet as the name than commit.
Oh, for sure.
It's just way more.
Yeah.
Comet has got his offense, by the way, all the way down now to about the 31-yard line as Comet
throws a Comet.
He throws a Comet. It's streaking through the air there.
That thing had a tail behind it. It was so far out there, way ahead of his receiver.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 10, 32 seconds to go here in the first. The West trails by 6. Here's Comet to throw. Comet lofts one over the middle, and Chayel Covington will pick up 16. That'll get it down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, can they score here in the end of the first half? Nice catch over the middle by Covington. Which I just thought to myself, if you're an MMA fan, Chael Sonnen and Kobe Covington, I wonder if that's a... David's not an MMA guy. So
I'm not. I don't pay as much attention to that.
Maybe there's something
maybe there's
there.
some similarity here. Short throw, having to come back for it. Almost trying to set up like a tunnel screen, it looked like. But it's Matthew McCray. McCray's first grab, it goes for 4 yards.
Well, the 5-star from Boise, Idaho, right in the backyard for clutch.
Yeah.
And he goes to the MAC. Ohio gets him from Boise.
Clutch is slacking out there, and Boise State in the West. Slacking on the scoreboard at the end of the first quarter, trailing by 6 in the West-East Newcomer All-American game. Stay tuned. You're watching Cfsl on PX1 Sports on Twitch TV. Start of the second quarter. Comet going short here and cutting his way back inside is Austin Wilson. Wilson will pick up 9 yards. First and goal. And what is that mascot?
I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the roster.
It's just red with eyes and a mouth. Where's Matt?
Pack is missing.
Comedic gold.
Yes.
Here's Comet with a carry. Comet with a West touchdown and our first touchdown in the East-West All-American Newcomer game. Newcomer All-American game.
East-West.
That's what I said, East-West.
I know. Okay, good.
East-West Newcomer All-American game. I had All-American Newcomer. It's a lot of words trying to get put together here, okay? We're working it out here.
That yellow on that gray definitely looks good.
It does look good.
And the yellow on the numbers make it really easy to read, too.
On the return here, the East trying to find a response. Andrew Grigley, it's a good return. As 7.5 minutes ago here in the second quarter. You look at the two offenses, both are having a little bit of struggle. Could be some of the nerves, first time under the lights here in the CFSL.
Jay Knight says every QB picking number 8 now.
Why?
Pepino?
Could be Pepino. I guess that's fair. Short throw here. It's, Bo Hunter. Hunter will get 12.
I don't even understand why. There's one quarterback that's number 8. It's Comet, and then there's a running back on the.
I don't know.
So one instance is every?
I guess.
The English language changes yearly.
It seems to. Well, they keep adding words. Have you seen this? I think it's Oxford's dictionary. They take like one word that's really popular from the Urban Dictionary, and they add it to the Oxford Dictionary, and they make it an official word. I think it's Oxford.
Is goated going to be in there?
I think it might be. I don't know. Some of the words I see them add sometimes, they're strange, and the words I've never seen or heard before. And every time I see it, I always think the same thing, that clearly I am in the wrong social circles on social media. Here's Odie. Short throw, Bo Hunter able to get the first down.
Well, you are a 50-year-old, 23-year-old.
I guess.
So.
I guess. I'm in the wrong social circles on social media.
You're a boomer.
I'm in the sports stuff more than anything else. That's my social circle. Play fake, Odie in trouble. Somehow, though, he still gets it to Scott Pinesaw. Now Pinesaw will get 5 yards.
Well, that's another quarterback that's not wearing 8.
Yeah. There's a lot of quarterbacks on the field tonight not wearing 8.
Anthony Jones, number 4. Yeah. Mac Mills, number 11. Yeah. Kai Coco, number 7.
Yes. Yeah. Here's Odie, number 5, connecting with D'Anthony Jones, number 4.
Well, I hope we're not going to do that all night.
Well, we're not doing that. But, you kind of started the trend here. I will say, though, the only quarterback that's wearing number 8 in the CFSL really today is Pepino.
What number is Lyle Fletcher?
I think he's... Is he 8? I think he's 7.
I don't know.
Pass from Odie to the sideline.
Griffin, where are you? What number do you wear?
Didn't he coach at North? He's probably, hiding right now.
Ooh, wow. That's some shade right there. Somebody's got to know what number Lyle Fletcher wears.
I can't remember it off the top of my head. I mean, I could probably pull it up.
I feel like it's 8. Well, we could look it up. But it's 8.
It's 8. It is 8.
So we got 2 8s at least.
So Fletcher and Pepino.
So that's the trend. Everybody wants to be like Fletcher.
Everybody wants to be like Lyle Fletcher.
They're 2 of the last 3 offensive players of the year.
Sure. And have combined between the 2 of them maybe 2 playoff wins, I guess, because of Texas at one season.
Why are you so... What is wrong with you?
We ask that question almost every broadcast.
So hateful.
I'm going to throw some shade here. Short throw, pass caught, and Bo Hunter slipping tackles, and he'll pick up 13. You know what the trend should be? Wear number 1 as a quarterback and you win a national title like Zach Davis did. Or 18 like Ray Tatum. There you go. That should be the real trend. Win a couple Offensive Player of the Years. And
what was Will Slay, 14?
Yes.
Sus.
A lot of juking and jiving there by Amanda Bovair. She's unable to score, but
she need to play right.
Does get inside the 5.
That was great vision and patience.
Really good.
Finding the hole there.
Really good run. Picks up 13, her first carry. Goal line set. The deep back is Grigley, and Grigley will punch it in for an East touchdown.
Well, Bo Hunter wasn't getting it done, so Grigley comes in. And they've been splitting time a little bit, but Grigley's short run there follows it right up the middle and able to punch it in. And the East now gets an opportunity to take a 6-point lead. Surprised they don't go for 2. I know it's not by the book, but, you know.
Rev is saying that Will Slay is the best 14 of all time. I think he's the only number 14 jersey wearing quarterback we've ever had.
I mean, we haven't had that many quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Actually, if you really want to, you go back. If people are, I think everybody's really trying to be Blake Moon. That's the original number 8.
That is true. That is true. That's what started it. That's our point of origin. That's our patient 0.
And for anybody that was remembers last season when we got the word that Blake Moon, All-Perk, was in the hospital battling cancer. We've got an update that he's home and all good. So I think all of your thoughts and prayers help. Maybe we helped them along a little bit. We're glad to hear that.
Deuce Williams trying to help the West along a little bit and try to follow perhaps in the career footsteps of Jake Moon a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know.
The stretch.
Okay. Quick throw here, and on a slant pattern, it pays off. Austin Wilson able to turn a 2-yard slant into a 14-yard gain and a first down.
The future Wisconsin Badger. Hey, and if you can throw those throughout the season, slant routes to a receiver like that, you know, get him open, run him across the field, can't really complain there.
Austin Wilson out of Woods Cross, Utah, another wide receiver out of Clutch's backyard, you might say, is this pass, a long throw to McRae. He'll get 31 yards. Now, I will say to Clutch's defense.
But none of these players play for Boise? Oh, one of them does.
Well, I was going to say that he sort of
came from Oklahoma.
Well, I was going to say he sort of has a log jam at wide receiver out there in Boise.
Well, he lost Ray Robinson.
That's true. But he still has a Gombas. He has a Dice Dickerson and a Deion Kane still. Give here to the outside. It's Williams. Williams gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe more important for Clutch was I need to find somebody to replace Elton Bridges because he left.
Yeah. Well, and he did so.
Yeah, he did. With a guy who is playing defense tonight, playing corner for the West, Brian Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Short throw.
That's the guy from Oklahoma.
There you go. Short throw from Comet here to J.L. Covington. Covington able to pick up 19 yards. He's got it down to about the 5.
It's hard coming in here fresh off of recruiting, or even worse when it's in recruiting. All brand new players. You're trying to figure them out. Now you're trying to figure out where they signed.
Yeah.
Before it was just, oh, they're a 4-star, they're a 5-star, whatever. Now they've already signed, so trying to keep up with that. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We don't get paid enough for this.
No. No. Signing day was bonkers. Everybody thinks signing day was bonkers for their team. Like, oh my gosh, we have all these commits. I had to see everybody, so, you know, it was bonkers for me. I turn around, take 5 minutes, go get a drink, come back, and there's 20 LOIs being requested, 10 more that have been filled out.
This story is getting different because it was 10 LOIs when he went to get a drink in the first game. Now it's 20.
It's revisionist history here. I have to make it better.
By the end of this game, there's going to be 50.
That's exactly right. Second and goal here. The West got backed up a little bit on first down. So out of a pistol full house set, here comes Phil Comet. Comet with a give here to the inside. And a nice run by Freddie Roberts. Roberts able to pick up 6 with his first carry.
And Roberts has got some size on him.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a powerful guy.
He's keeping that size in state here, too.
Yeah, he's going to stay at South Carolina. And goes all the way from Alaska to South Carolina. That's going to be a culture shock.
Yeah.
We got to think about that. You came from Alaska. You probably had a Eskimo-ish culture around, very cold.
Yeah.
A lot of hunters. A lot of people doing manual labor.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wealth.
Yeah.
And then you come to South Carolina and you run into Bo Diddle and Ray Robinson.
They're his kind of, well, I mean,
they're not
South Carolina.
They're different. They're different kind of hunters.
Yeah.
Like these hunters are like in trees, and those hunters are like building igloos.
Well, they're rivals now. You realize that, right?
Alaska and South Carolina?
No, I'm saying Freddie Roberts is now playing for the rivals.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you go to South Carolina, that's what
you're running into.
yeah. I mean,
I gotta think though that he's trying to follow in the footsteps of another Alaskan tailback that we all know and are familiar with by the name of.
Yeah, but he didn't come all the way to South Carolina. He stopped at Ohio.
That is true.
He stopped on his trek across the country. Now, Kumatalo, he made it all the way.
He went even further than, you know.
But, I mean, he was wooed by Tom. Who wouldn't drive across the country for Tom?
I'm showing up in Alaska in a Furmy coat on a recruiting trip. Oh, Scott Pinesaw's got 19 yards. You know, some of these quarterbacks maybe should consider making the wide receiver move permanent.
Well, so far it's working
they're looking
out.
good.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, we weren't quite sure what to make of it. But, you know, they're natural athletes.
Oh, sure.
And so, you know, the transition's probably – now, would they hold up over a 16 or an 8-game season?
Maybe not.
You know, probably not going to be as good as a Matthew McRae or Amanda Beauvert.
No.
But still holding their own out there.
Short throw here, pass caught over the middle, and that is a walk-on looking for a scholarship. Stuart Albert.
And I'm sure that for a lot of these guys, it's not their first time playing these positions. They probably played it in high school at some point.
Yeah.
So,
Cody Davis, by the way, 6 tackles for the West. He's been a busy beat here tonight. As Odie dancing in the pocket. Odie slipping a tackle, not quite able to get the first down. He'll only get a couple yards. And I wish I had not made the comment, Busy Bee, regarding the West, because in those gray, yellow, and black uniforms, they kind of look like bumblebees now.
Now that's going to be stuck in your head.
Yeah. Here's Odie. Odie over the middle. Pinesaw with a first down. Got a little wrapped up after the grab, or tangled up, I should say, but he does get the first down. He's got it inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I will say that the later start definitely affects viewership.
Yes.
As we're down almost a third of the viewers from the first game.
Yeah.
So the later night, you know, the East Coast kind of
the East Coast goes
tails off.
Yeah.
You would think the West makes up for it, but they don't.
They don't.
The West, they're not.
The West is not pulling their weight around.
No, they're not.
As we say, as a trail by 3, and you know, again, the West is not pulling their weight around here because look at all the quarterbacks we had to move to corners and stuff for the West.
Well,
and the East.
Yeah, I was gonna say the East. That's the Central. The Central is the only one that shows up consistently on both sides of the ball. Or on the time zone.
Yes.
I just saw red cheerleaders on the sideline. Where do they come from?
I heard there was some cheerleading competition. This was part of it. I don't know. Gregley with a first down, and the East take a timeout. Leading by 3, first down and 10. Here's Deshaun Odie, the West, trailing by 3, looking to get a stop here as they'll bring a tight end in motion. Here's a give to Gregley. Gregley dancing around, and he's got the 10-yard touchdown run to make it a 10-point lead for the East.
Well, Kent State's going to be happy to see that throughout the season. That was very good vision and athleticism as he scats his way into the end zone, and now the East with a 10-point lead. We're still not even halftime yet.
Yeah. 1:08 to go here in the first half. Now the West does have 3 timeouts. So you combine a minute with 3 timeouts. That is an eternity for a lot of offenses if the West can get going. Phil Comet has looked good in some moments. Other moments he wishes, I'm sure, to have back.
I think Deshaun Odie is outplaying him right now.
Yeah, Deshaun Odie, I would say, is outplaying him a bit. As Dame Jones with a 100-bit cheer. I guess I have to stop calling him Dane Jones, do I?
Well, yeah, I guess we got to refer to him as D Jones now.
Yeah. Here's a shot on the right. Comet looking great with a shot on the right side. Out of the West responds with a long touchdown. Matthew McRae taking his big playability to the Ohio Bobcats in Athens, Ohio.
See, Comet, you just said Comet wasn't playing well, and he's like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Well, not that he's old enough to drink beer, but hold my Gatorade.
Phil Comet dropping a Comet in, or unleashing a Comet.
That was excessive.
There you go.
Or out there. No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, that's why I said. There you go. So the extra point is good. Now a 3-point game between the West and the East still leading. Now, whether or not the West can come up with another stop here to end the half will help to dictate momentum coming out of the third quarter, as this East offense has been moving at a pretty good clip here tonight. 55 seconds ago here in the second quarter. Ball spotted at about the 31-yard line here for the East. First down and 10. Pistol set. Deshaun Odie going to motion Hunter out of the backfield to the left. Here's Odie. Short throw to Hunter. Hunter backtracking out of bounds. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Well, Earl Flint posts in chat, no drops in this game. And then right on cue, there goes one. Although he's on the sideline, it's probably going to be incomplete anyway.
Yeah. Out of the gun, trips to the left. Here's Odie. Odie in trouble, trying to tuck and a run. Gets out of a sack, runs through 2 more tackles. All that work for a gain of 2. And on 3rd and 8, they will hurry back to the line.
Well, it's still impressive, though. That was a heck of an effort.
One straggling receiver gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8, Odie dancing right. Odie with time, a shot wide open over the middle. D'Anthony Jones picks up 33, and the East will take a timeout.
Well, there's entirely way too much space back there for D'Anthony Jones, and a great read there for Odie.
Deshaun Odie to throw, dancing around again, hit as he throws for the end zone, and it is intercepted. The West coming up with a very critical turnover, one they certainly needed, as Anthony Younger, who will be playing tailback this season, comes up with the interception.
Well, that one, the defensive line there of the West forced that one and made Odie throw that maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to, or maybe to the guy he didn't want to, but he had to rush it a little bit, and that led to the interception.
Williams gets 5, but my real question right now is, do you think Younger will hold that over his quarterback in spring practices as we get ready for the season? They're playing on the same team together. Well, that'll take us to the end of the second quarter. The East still leading by 3 as the West coming up with the turnover to keep points off the board. But we won't hold you up with a halftime show or anything like that.
There's still a blimp flying around.
There is a blimp. In case anybody was wondering and was concerned as to whether or not the blimp was still here, it is.
It is, yeah.
And you know who else is still here? The West. And what a return for the West by Freddie Roberts.
I'm still thinking about that Anthony Younger. I bet, okay, I don't have all the bios, so that's on me. But
sure.
I bet Younger played cornerback as well as halfback in high school.
Probably a safe bet.
Probably not his first interception.
Yeah. But, again, as it gives here to Deuce Williams, Williams picks up 5. I mean, Younger is going to be lining up in the same backfield as Odie. I wonder if that's...
Oh, 100% he's going to hear it, especially at least in spring practice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's going to give it to him for sure.
For sure. Okay. Little read option keeper here, and Phil Comet saying, I'm not just good at throwing the ball, I can run it too. I got a set of wheels. I mean, look at this abomination that is a mascot. Like, what is it? It's just a blob with eyebrows.
It reminds me of Grimace.
There's a give here to Deuce Williams. You know what that mascot makes me think? It makes me think that's a Muppet reject.
Well, he's got a WKU,
I guess.
Western Kentucky logo, so apparently...
They tried to get him on Sesame Street. Sesame Street said, no, this is too bad for small children to see. Can't have this. A little halfback screen here for Roberts.
Ray says it's a hilltopper. What do they put on...
What's a hilltopper?
What do they put on top of hills? Red poop? That's what it looks like. That's what tops the hills in Kentucky?
It's a red blob with a face? Does it? Is it like Bigfoot? Like, is it just some urban myth around Western Kentucky?
That's not scaring anybody but little children. That thing comes running at me. I'm going to kick it square right between the eyes. And I'm going to judo throw it to the ground and choke it out.
Oh, boy. Well, the West's going to go for a long field goal here, and just a little too far to the left. Had the leg for it, though.
Yeah, he hooked it. That would have been a hook job if you were playing golf. Trying to drive it down this fairway and just...
Yeah. Wonder if the Hilltopper has a nice golf game.
The Hilltopper doesn't have any arms, at least that I could tell.
Well, he had arms. It looked like he had arms. I think he had arms, which makes it a little bit more disturbing.
Baby arms?
That would be the kind of, I mean, not in length.
Let's hope we don't have to see it again.
I hope not.
That's what I asked.
Achille Arroyo is able to get...
Arroyo?
I don't know.
Arroyo?
Yeah, that one. Arroyo.
The Hilltopper really did a number on you,
really did. Deshaun Odie, though, trying to do a number on the West, but too many bodies around, holding him to just a yard on the quarterback keeper. So 2nd and 9.
They said the commentators have gone wild. I feel like that's an underground video series waiting to happen.
Commentators gone wild. What does Joe Buck get up to?
I don't know. He might get wild. Who knows?
He could.
I bet he's got
I bet Jim Nance has got some real wild stories. Al Michaels, too, I bet.
Al Michaels, maybe. We know Marv Albert does.
Yes.
He's a biter.
Yeah. Empty backfield here on 3rd and 9. Hunter motion into it. Here's Odie. Odie with a short throw over the middle, well short of the line to gain. And so the West, in addition to getting the stop, really good coverage of forcing completion. And now the East will punt it right back to the West.
What is it with the late games?
I don't know.
It's just dark, and this feels like night, and things just drift off into the night. Sense and logic.
Yeah. Kind of happens with time, I hear. 1st down and 10, 5.5 minutes ago here in the 3rd. Now the West trails by 3. They miss a field goal on their last possession. It would have been a very long one, but it would have been a tying score had they made it. So here's Deuce Williams, pick up 5. Another opportunity for the West to try and, at the very least, tie it back up, if not take the lead.
Well, I think the running game is something that they haven't been able to get going. Freddie Roberts has had his moments.
Yeah.
I think they could use that a little bit more.
Here's a long throw from Comet, but the receiver unable to pull it in and get the feet down. It'll be incomplete, so 3rd and 5. They are getting about 5 yards of carry right now to Williams. They need more.
Well, they need it more consistently, too.
Yeah.
Right now, they're really not catching this defense by surprise.
3 wide, pistol set, halfback screen for Williams. You talk about not catching them by surprise. There it is. The defense ready for it. Jim Henney, an Alabama Crimson Tide defensive end, read this the whole way. Henney prepared. Henney was prepared.
Oh, okay.
He's going to Alabama. I take it you were looking at chat.
Yeah.
Wild chat here. On the return, breaking a couple tackles, Jason Lemmy. Lemmy will pick up 18 yards with a return. You were hoping he was going to break it.
Well, he should have gotten outside. He didn't get far enough outside. Had he might have been able to take that. But he stayed too far inside, and it limited what he was able to do.
Pistol set 4 wide here for the East on the west side of midfield as Odie's pass over the middle. Caught by Amanda Bovair. She's able to get 8 yards on 1st down, and that'll make it 2nd and 2.
Only a couple catches for what we thought was going to be the #1 receiver. Now, a lot of talent, but most of it's quarterback talent. But the NIU commit hasn't really had an opportunity to break out yet.
She has been very sure-handed, though, and reliable, especially on 1st down, as D'Anthony Jones able to pick up 9 yards. Jones and Scott Pines all been surprisingly sure-handed. Jones up to 100 yards receiving.
D'Anthony Jones is breaking out as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him throw the ball, at least on a CFSL field, but he might have a second career as a wide receiver.
Yeah. Wisconsin fans might start asking whether or not they really need a quarterback. Just line him up at wide receiver and find somebody else to do the job. As give here to Hunter. Hunter will get a couple of yards.
Well, that could be an option in some years. This is not a season. We did not have an excess of quarterbacks like we typically do, although we had a lot of quarterback openings.
Yes, yeah. Out of the gun, 4 wide, a 2-by-2 set. Here's Scott Pine, saw coming in motion. Little play fake and a pass over the middle for Jace Dice. Dice able to get 7 yards.
TD Sav asked if it's QB wide receiver archetype. No, he's a QB. He just
we just had to move him.
Yeah, we needed warm bodies.
You may have heard in some instances such a thing as an emergency quarterback. This was an emergency everything else situation.
Venom says that he hears there's a quarterback redshirting. I don't know.
That's nonsense.
I don't think we.
If they're redshirting, it's because they're getting suspended, and they're getting suspended for a season, and I don't know who that would be because it's news to me.
We haven't suspended anybody for a season. Not yet, but there's still time.
First time for everything.
Yeah. I think 2 games is the most we've seen a quarterback.
3. I thought it was 3.
Who?
Maybe that's it.
Was it 3?
I thought that was a 3 game.
Oh, maybe it was.
Maybe it was 2. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was 2.
Didn't we boot Kyle Miller in season 2?
We did. There was that.
I don't remember how many games were left of that season. Oh, Jimmy's redshirting? Good luck. He's ghosting, not redshirting. Those are 2 different things.
It's not the same thing.
No. You got to be on a team to redshirt.
Yeah.
I mean, when nobody picks you up, that's not redshirting.
That's not redshirting.
That's ghosting.
Yeah. He came back today. Well, maybe there's a lesson to be learned in here. If you're wanting to play on a Power 3 school.
Or if you want to play quarterback, the most important position on the field, how about you show up more than once a month?
I was going to say, maybe don't disappear for months at a time.
No.
Maybe don't disappear during recruiting.
How about a national championship run?
Yeah, there's also that. Maybe don't disappear during that. That helps, I hear. Just throwing it out there, It's just a word. All the new guys coming in. Look, nothing is more important than staying active. It's nice to be active and you get caught in the excitement. Just keep it up.
We see a lot of guys come in and they're active for the first couple days.
Yeah, and then I don't know if they get wore out or they feel like, all right, I've done my part and I can now just coast, and that's how you get ghosted. That's how you end up in transfer portals. And
as the league progresses and more people have been around for a while, those guys, and I don't know what kind of interest would have been out there for Jimmy Germain to begin with.
Yeah.
But as things are along, teams are going to be like, hey man, we need somebody that's going to be around and help lead the team. And so if you want to be a quarterback, that's something to consider. How committed to the process are you?
And I will say this too, for those who are new and maybe do not know, because this is part of something that's coming down the stretch here, is a give here to Freddie Roberts. Roberts will get a couple yards. Week 1, opening night, we're announcing who the Cfsl Hall of Fame inductees are.
Yes.
And so I bring that up to say, stay active, because you can get into the Cfsl Hall of Fame as being a user, as just being an upstanding and an outstanding member of the Cfsl community, that there is a path for that, in addition to having a player, being an AD.
And there's zero chance if you're a ghost.
Oh, yeah. If you're a ghost, then
it doesn't matter how good your player is. If you disappear,
we don't want you in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you won't be there.
There's a short throw.
It's a good segue, by the way.
Yeah.
So, stay active, create good players, be a part of the league. Be something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Help us celebrate everybody else.
Yeah. And help us to maybe one day put your name on a ballot and celebrate you, perhaps, at a hangout.
It'll be fun. This season we get to announce the inaugural class of Hall of Famers. Then we'll watch them get inducted at the end of the season at hangout. So I'm sure that the prestige around it and the desire to be that will grow as this season goes along.
It's a loss of 3 for Williams on the halfback screen. It'll be 4th and 11. I will say, though, to that point, for those of you who are maybe new or have maybe been around a while, by the way, Greg Davis, 11 tackles, 2 for loss, having an outstanding night.
I think that's the best defensive performance we've seen tonight.
Yes, I would agree. Yeah. We saw a couple of defensive ends on the South have a few really good sacks.
Another guy going all the way across the country.
Yeah.
From Miami, going to USC.
Yeah. From coast to coast, you might say. I will say, though, to kind of go back to our conversation regarding hangout and everything, if you've been around a while and maybe you need an extra reason to want to come to hangout, which, first of all, I don't know why you would need any other reason than just come to hangout. Right. It's a lot of fun. But if you need an extra reason, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony is a part of that. This season's hangout in particular, And so for new guys, too, who maybe, hang out, we do the national championship game live. We have a lot of fun. We, hang around and have some fun with that. The national championship pregame show where we have awards, All-Americans get announced. Now we add the wrinkle of there's a Hall of Fame induction ceremony to it, too.
Yeah, it's
more reason to show up.
Yeah, it's growing, and who knows what we'll add down the road. But we're going to have a meet and greet Friday night. We're going to have the Hall of Fame ceremony Saturday night, and then the championship game Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So full weekend of fun.
Yeah. Gain of 14 here for Jace Dice on a full night of fun. The North-South Newcomer All-American game earlier tonight. South able to defeat the North pretty well, and now a really good game going on here between the East and the West. Inside a minute to go here in the third quarter. East leads by 3, and Deshaun Odie, going to run that speed option out of the pistol. Gets back to the line of scrimmage as Cody Cagle able to get back there. His second tackle for a loss here tonight.
I did not know he had a crackhead.
That's news to me.
Part crackhead,
I guess.
I said, how about the North tonight?
I don't even know what player he is. I don't know who he is.
News to me.
Just news. I didn't see him in the first one, so it is a little concerning as Bo Hunter starting to get that yards per carry trending upward a little bit there. He does pick up the first down, first and 10.
And we do see that sometimes as defenses wear down, the running backs can be more effective.
On the option gets to be a little bit more effective there too as Deshaun Odie picks up 9. Now take us to the end of the third quarter. The East leading by 3 and driving still. Stay tuned. You're watching the East-West Newcomer All-American game as part of the Cfsl here on PX1 Sports on Twitch TV. We'll be back in a moment with the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter and a give here to Hunter. Hunter's got the first down with a gain of 3. And that's how they open up the fourth quarter. The East driving.
Well, in anybody that's trying to gauge the stock of Bo Hunter after this game, or anybody really, we've seen a lot of guys not do well in games and come out and have tremendous careers. We've seen guys have tremendous games in the newcomer games and then struggle. So it's a nice look, and there is some carryover that can be said. But anybody that's sitting there saying, well, Bo Hunter is only averaging 3 yards, he's playing an all-star team.
Yeah.
He's playing an all-star team. So
here's Odie to throw off a play action rollout. All kinds of time. Look at Deshaun Odie here. Buying time. And grab by Amanda Bovair. She got upended, turned sideways, and still holds on for the first down.
Are you kidding me? What?
What a completion. What an effort. All the time in the world, Bovair finally decides, okay, I got to get open. Tries to cut across the field and get into the line of sight. Lays out for the grab and then gets turned around.
So the ability to stay with the play, find an opening, hand-eye coordination, athleticism to go up and get there, and then toughness to hold on to the ball all the way to the ground while getting hit.
Here's Odie again with all kinds of time to throw. Going to the end zone. This pass incomplete, looking for Scott Pines. Somebody in chat said CSFL. No, it's CFSL.
Yes. CF. Collegiate Football Simulation League.
It says it right there in the middle of the field, too, if you haven't seen the logo sitting out there times before tonight. Here's Odie to throw over the middle. Pass is caught. Ivory Irvin Jr. able to get 6 yards. Ivory Irvin Jr. will be taking his talents this upcoming season to Washington State. And he'll play in the Apple Cup in week 1.
Yeah, he's a guy coming from Memphis. From Tennessee and going out to Washington. That's going to be a culture shock for him. Might be blinded.
Odie to throw back of the end zone. A little too far in front for Amanda Bovair.
So what do you think it's like? Going to be like on the Washington sideline when the players look over and they see the sun bouncing off of this pale white ET-looking figure.
I mean, Washington State's going to be looking across and seeing the same thing. So, I mean, I don't know what difference it makes. I mean, it's not like they're not going to be used to it. East kicks a field goal. They're up by 6. 6.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. West really trying to come up with a drive here, and a flag is not going to help them. I will say that Apple Cup is going to be very interesting.
Well, it's the first time it's played outside. The first 3 years were at Cowboy Stadium, and it's closed, and there's no sun to shine off their faces.
And both Stearns have been – this is the first time, really, that both Stearns have had the opportunity to really build a team from scratch.
Yeah, for sure.
They took over existing programs.
But that's not an excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse.
Legion won a championship. He inherited a team.
Yeah, I know.
And built them into a champion.
What I'm saying is it will be interesting to see how they implement that. How different will their teams be from what they inherited and try to build around and rebuild through to just building from scratch and completely building a team in their image.
One thing that is, I guess, a prevailing thought, as a nice run here by Comet. Prevailing thought is that guys want to go to a new team, start their own team. And I know Kickler did that. I don't know how he felt. I know Doma said that was a terrible idea. Because trying to fill an entire team is not easy in one offseason. I mean, you got to think about it. You're trying to recruit 22 guys in one offseason. And once you already have an established team, you're looking at 5 to 8 guys. Sometimes less.
Sometimes more.
When you recruited,
that's what I'm saying. If me,
you couldn't keep anybody on your team.
I had to do it all over twice.
Well, yeah, but that was only like 12, 14
I know. That was different then, too.
Not like it is today. So, the thought of, I got to start my team from scratch, not necessarily the best idea. No. Taking over a team and building it in your image over a few seasons, I think is the way to go.
No. Comet able to put one. It's a long throw from the left hash all the way to the right sideline. The far sideline, there's Kai Coco. There's a dancing thing. I don't know what
it does have arms and legs.
It does have arms and legs. I can't call it a hilltopper because it doesn't fit. I'm just referring to it forevermore as the thing. Or a thing.
Some of the thing's way cooler.
That's true. A thing, then. We'll leave it at a thing or something. Big hit on Deuce Williams. He got upended.
I'm trying to think of some way to describe that thing that's not off color. And I can't.
It's weird. It looks wrong. It's a bad mascot. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. It's a bad mascot.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a candy corn with arms and legs that was dyed red. That's kind of what it looks like. And who let that on the field for this? That's what I want to know. Who gave that? First off, you had this emaciated cougar or whatever the heck it was in the first game. That thing hadn't had food in a month. And now we got this thing. Really?
Comet takes off. He gets a couple yards. You know what I think that thing is? I think this Shane's doing. I think those things are native to Australia.
I would not argue with that because they definitely don't look like they came from the States.
4th and 3. Here's a pass. Kai Coco with a burst of speed on the tunnel screen and a first down for the West.
That was one of the better tunnel screens that we've seen run. Great blocking, great timing, and Coco was able to turn that upfield. Kai Coco, no relation to Mike Coco.
No.
But, showing a little bit of what we saw from Mike Coco. Now we're going to see Kai Coco running around at quarterback. Well, assuming he's running around.
Sure. Yeah.
He's running around as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I suspect he'll run around as a quarterback.
Redemption keeper. Here's Phil Comet. Able to get 4 as we near the midway point.
Greg Davis with another tackle.
He's 13 tackles here.
One of the better defensive performances from a newcomer.
Yeah.
Not just this season.
All time.
Yeah.
All time. Here's Comet to throw. Comet dancing in the pocket, trying to buy time. Here's Comet stepping up for more time, but it, finally runs out as he is sacked.
I don't know who that guy is.
No.
Stewart.
It's not Michael Petit.
So we don't have enough players to fill out the team, so we invite JUCO players.
Yeah.
And we don't even pay attention. We just give them jerseys. We don't really vet them. We just know that they're not professionals.
You know the JUCO kickers that come out here, they don't really have shoulder pads. They just come out with the jersey and the pants. There's no padding for them.
Have you seen these JUCO guys?
They're small.
Well, no.
They look like they are malnourished.
Well, we just threw them in there and said, no gloves.
We grabbed them off the street. They were bagging groceries like 2 hours ago.
Shoulder pads, basic helmet, no gloves, no undershirts, no wrist, nothing.
Yeah.
We don't even give them, like, branded sneakers.
Yeah, I think they wear tennis shoes. Like, I don't think they actually wear cleats.
Although now that I look at it, we spent all this time ordering shoes, and I don't see a difference in them.
I am
a little disappointed by that.
Pistol set here, 4 wide for the East, as the East tries to solidify their win, or a lead here, I should say, for a win. Trying to chew up 3 minutes clock is Hunter, up to 50 yards on the night.
Well, the West, I want to say North. I don't know why they don't look like the North. Or, well, green, highlighter yellow. I don't know. The West, they need to get a stop here because they still got an opportunity. Only down by 6, but Odie just not allowing that to happen.
Deshaun Odie having no part of it. Odie down the sideline and out across to the 20. A gain of 43.
Lawrence Sands has quite the speed.
Oh, yeah.
As he chases down Deshaun Odie. Great pursuit by him, but look at that vision and that balance to get outside. And wow, look at Lawrence Sands chasing him down.
Gets in front of the pack and catches him. So 1st and 10 from the 18 of the West. West really need a stop here. 2:16 and kind to go. Pistol set 3 wide.
It's not over yet.
Letting time tick away. Let it drain inside 2 minutes, leading by 6. You got to think they're going to turn to the ground game. Now, the West does have 3 timeouts. They can stop the clock if they can get a stop and make those timeouts worth something. Odie over the middle here. Pass caught, and Mac Mills, the quarterback, will take in a touchdown.
Yeah, the upcoming South Carolina quarterback does a tremendous job as a wide receiver, making the catch there and getting it in for the touchdown. This game's still not over, even though it's 2 scores, but that's almost putting the final nail in the coffin.
They're going to go for 2 to make it 2 scores, and this pass out of the flats for Irving Jr. Not going to get there.
Still 2 scores either way.
Well, I meant like an even touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdown scores. 12 points now, separating the 2.
Wait, did he do a little breakdancing move at the end of that?
I think so. 12 points. West needing some big plays off the arm of Phil Comet to try to be able to overcome a 12-point deficit. They're also going to need some stops from their defense and maybe a turnover to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, they're going to need a quick score for sure, and most likely a turnover or an onside kick. They do have 3 timeouts, so they still got a little bit of life left in them.
Here's Comet to throw. Comet trying to buy time. Hit as he throws, but he's going to loft one. Left it short. And is fortunate that Bentley Cooper could not come up with an interception.
Yeah, you got to lead him a little bit better than that. Throw it just a little bit earlier. Try to hit him in stride, and then you might have had something.
Pistol set 3 wide. Minute and a half to go here in the 4th. Here's Comet to throw. Comet in trouble, but it'll go short here. And the fullback, David Simon, plants a fellow JUCO player as he picks up 6.
He abused whoever that was. And, yeah.
I got to think it was a JUCO guy.
Let's hope so.
This would be my hope. 3rd and 4. Comet to throw. All kinds of time. Comet stands tall in the pocket and delivers a beautiful strike for Matthew McRae, who then is able to turn upfield, get 24 yards. The West hurries back to the line.
McRae, one of the few actual wide receivers in this game.
Out of the gun, here's Comet to throw. 3-man rush, short pass to the left here. That's Austin Wilson. Wilson, one of the other actual wide receivers in this game.
Well, I was worried about the East a little bit because they've got 2 quarterbacks playing corner back, but they've held their own defensively.
Here's a long throw from Comet, and it's off the hands of Kai Coco. And Coco should stick to quarterback.
Well, and that's what you get having quarterbacks out there at line receiver.
3rd and 10. Comet out of the gun, 4 wide trips to the right, 1:02 to play here in this one. Comet, short throw, pass is caught by Kobe Harrison. A corner playing at wide receiver gets 7, and the West burns a timeout, 4th and 3. Well, this is the ball game.
They're moving through their depth chart.
Comet, play fake, rolling right. Comet's pass incomplete, in the East will hold on for a win.
Well, not yet. They still got 3 timeouts.
2 timeouts.
Okay, 2 timeouts. Theoretically, they can't run it out. We'll see. At first, I thought they were going to hand it off. I was like, ooh, I don't like that. But then that wasn't a great pass there on the play action.
Pistol set, 3 wide. Deshaun Odie going to keep it himself on a read option keeper, breaking a tackle. Odie still on his feet. Odie finally tripped up. A shoestring effort there to bring him down by Anthony Younger, his teammate.
And Deshaun Odie's too good tonight.
Yeah.
You know, and he's going to Ohio, and last season we saw Harrison Murray wind up on the Player of the Year ballot. Deshaun Odie, I mean, he's got some talent.
Oh, yeah. Ohio saying, okay, Harrison Murray will move on. We'll just get the next guy.
Just reload.
Yeah, we'll just
in the MAC. You know, who would have thought that would happen?
Yeah. And so the East will kneel it out, and they can kneel it once more to put the nail in this one. An exciting game and a great showcase for all the new talent we will see in the CFSL in Season 11.
Yeah, there was, not only the talent that we saw on both sides, especially the defensive side of the ball. So the offense here for the East was great.
Yeah.
The first game we saw new uniforms, we saw new production value, we saw new field crew being able to do some work. So it was a great night. To kind of get ready for Season 11. We'll be back next week with the East-West Senior Classic.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm getting jazzed up for next season.
The Newcomer All-American night has come to a close. The South defeated the North earlier tonight, and now the East has beaten the West. That'll do it for us here tonight as we say an official welcome to all the new talent and a good luck to you all in the upcoming season where you have all committed and gone. Hoping for you to have a good season and perhaps put together an All-American season. That's certainly everybody's hope. That'll do it for us here tonight. On behalf of our broadcast crew, our executive producer, my broadcast partner, Mike Peters, I'm David Roy, and you've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on Twitch TV. We'll see you back next week with the Inside Blitz on Monday night, right back here on Twitch.